The thing is, Mark, this is a tricky situation. On one hand, it is well within my power as your professor, your superior, to report your behavior to my superiors, perhaps as a Title IX offense. On the other hand, it's hard to make any type of accusation out of glances or wayward comments, especially those made over such a broad expanse of time. So, I have a proposal for you. Instead of dragging this out, me accusing you, watching you be merely accosted, and risking having to watch my credibility wear thin, which as a woman is inherently thin, instead of that, I propose we meet here once a week for the rest of the semester, and you unlearn what it means to be a male. That's what I thought. Let's start with a question. Why do you speak to me like I'm an object? No. It's not a question for you. I'll answer it. You see, Socrates taught Plato, and Plato taught Aristotle. Aristotle taught Alexander the Great. Everything you were taught as a child, every societal structure you subscribed to, every instinct you watched devour your father, everything you learned came in a way from them. Your behavior was learned hundreds of years before you were born, informed by a shockless sky which mirrored a tiered earth beneath it. You never had a chance at learning anything else. No matter how feminist the women around you were, no matter how balanced you believed your worldview to be, no matter how you were raised, you were going to be instilled, always, and outrightly, with unabashed power. The entire feminist movement thrived in a society where men held the power and women had to grovel for it, beg for it, scream for it. You see, whether you view men and women as equal or not in ability, intelligence, skill, there's no vantage point in which women are inherently viewed that way. That view of a woman, it has to be earned. It has to be proven time and again, faultlessly, beautifully, seemingly effortlessly. No one likes a woman who's had to struggle. So tell me why you were born the aggressor and why I was born the victim. And I'll give you a hint. It has nothing to do with your parents, how or where you were raised, and it has everything to do with what was allowed. This office, in theory, should be a microcosm of our society. But I have not allowed that. My very anatomy and my place on this side of the desk, it's repelled what the world wants me to feel. My stature when I walk into a department meeting, the way I reply baldly to the cynical men who renew our stale curriculum yearly, those things disgust the men I so often find myself going toe-to-toe with. They intimidate and disgust them. But not you. No. You're a new breed. A generation that, yes, accepts that women are below them, but when women rise the ranks, when their head scratching and handshaking and mental eye gouging bring them into power, you don't fear them. You desire them. You actually really want them. And as a result of that, you strip that power from them. You compliment everything you want to take from them, as if the 1-2 punch of building them up just to bed them and degrade them will somehow erase your own inferiority, because that's all you really want. I mean, yes, on the surface, you may want a confident, accomplished woman to wrap herself around you like Saturn's rings, but the physical yearnings you have, no matter how quickly they run through your blood or how fast they reach your appendages, can never compete with the slow burn of jealousy. I know that, and I understand that. And I also know that no matter what Aristotle and Plato screamed to the masses and to generations of power-hungry men, the whisper of my own significance will always ring more clearly through my ears. But back to you, Mark. Do you know what you are? You're a student. You're a man. A tuba player. Yes, I looked that up in your file. But you're a sexist, Mark. An ugly, insignificant sexist. And that strips away any other title you could ever think you deserve. But how do we think we'll greet this blatant sexism when we want truly to find retribution? How will we sink our teeth into this great enemy and unleash our venom? We'll unlearn everything.